This is Dr. Trashbag, and today I wanted to go over Taur by Echo Entertainment. They have an update 1.3, that actually came out in late April. Saw this and I got excited because it is a game that I like to play. I've played about 4 playthroughs if you include having to lose and restart. And check out my channel if you want to see those. But it looks like I might do another playthrough here soon because this update 1.3 is a free update and it seems to have enough essentially new items that make it to where I want to retry it. So the first thing here they're showcasing is Rebels. The Rebels is, I'm counting here 5 units and they all seem unique. It looks like you get to have them help protect your towers, and it'll go in more detail. It looks like there's a little bit of a RPG element with these 5 units. I'll get to them here in a second. So when I was scrolling down, the Sentinels, they actually, at first I thought this was an enemy because it looks very similar to the in-game boss, but actually it looks like this is a individual unit that can be unlocked, upgraded, have additional armaments. So it looks like this is actually on your side. You can see there that it's shooting lasers and explosion rounds there to the enemies. It's not hitting your towers, so this is on your side. There's also a trade menu. A trade screen allows a player to buy and sell resources with different trade groups. These have their own supply and price modifier of resources. Rates, which can affect pricing and supply further. Also, it looks like the Guardians, they get a spear in which they can throw at enemies. Let's see here. I'd like to know if that can be flying units or if it's only land units. Either way, that's good because Guardians usually can't do that much until the enemy gets pretty darn close. Alright, so let's get into the details. A Rebel volunteer group arrives periodically in the new Rebels platoons campaign screen and can be recruited into one of 3 platoons at no cost. Okay. A single platoon may be freely deployed to any mission as combat reinforcements. Platoons can gain or lose morale depending on battle outcome and number of units killed in action. Platoon morale can greatly affect reload speed, melee speed, and accuracy of its units. Rebel units, unlike regular military units, sustain damage taken in combat and must be repaired over time to regain health. All Rebel units risk being killed in action when killed in battle, at which point the Rebel unit is lost permanently. After a deployment, all surviving Rebel units gain experience, which can allow them to rank up. So that's that RPG element. Every rank gains and grants a bonus to the range damage, melee damage, attack range, and parry chance of the Rebel unit. All Rebel units have the ability to parry frontal melee attacks, completely negating any damage and effective successful. So this seems really interesting because in the beginning game, it's a little difficult, and I'm wondering if this kind of helps with the early game before, just to kind of help you reach enough towers to actually be a good. So far, all the items seem to help the player. So far, I haven't seen anything which provides more of a challenge. So the Rebel units, there's 5 of them. Remember, we counted 5 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they all have unique abilities. So the Commissar, that is a squad leader, infantry unit, and is dual wielding a shotgun and a power saber. Has 125 max health. All melee attacks inflict 2 hits on the target. There's a Scout, which is a long range infantry unit. The bolt action energy rifle equipped with a fixed bayonet and has 75 max health. There's the Gunner with a burst rifle infantry unit equipped with a burst firing energy rifle and bayonet, has 70 max health. There's the Grenader, which is a grenade infantry unit equipped with plasma grenades and an energy sword for melee combat. Has 65 max health. This unit can only target ground units. And then a specialist, a rocket infantry unit, uses long range but slow firing rocket launcher. Has a maximum of 60 health. Okay, so this is great. I've noticed in the early game, I always struggle with airborne units. And it's just, in my opinion, how I prioritize different towers and weapons. The flying units always give me the most problem or challenge, rather. So it looks like this rocket infantry unit and the other three look like they could possibly help me there. So you can recruit up to 3 squads, and when you get them, they're going to be recruit. There's going to be no bonuses. If you do well and they level up, they will increase range damage and melee damage by 5%, and then they will increase attack range and parry chance by 2%. They level up again, they'll go to Corporal, and they will increase range and melee damage by 11%. They will increase attack range by 4% and increase parry chance by 3%. Sergeant, increase range damage by 17, same with melee, increase attack range by 7, increase parry by 5. So they will continue to increase in terms of effectiveness all the way to like level 10, which they will increase their range and melee damage by 50%, increase attack range by 20%, and increase. So yeah, that seems pretty good. I guess they can also get demoralized, so they can actually go. Oh yeah, so these are the morale levels. Okay, so if they're shattered, when a platoon morale is between 20 and less, so 0 to 20, their melee speed is reduced by 30%. Their reload speed is 5%, and their accuracy is reduced. Okay, but if their morale is increased to like 45 or above, they actually get a bonus. Starting with 45 to 70, they get a melee speed increase and reload speed increase by 5% and increase accuracy by 10%. All the way up to a morale of 95 to 100. Probably pretty darn good, where it increases the melee speed by 30%, reload speed by 25%, and accuracy by 40%. So if they have really good morale and they're high level, they're going to be a pretty effective squad of 5 units. So this seems really interesting to try out. See here, the Rebel tech tree in the new Rebels tech campaign screen allows for multitude of upgrades and abilities to unlock for the Rebel forces. So their tech includes the Resistance Headquarters. It unlocks Rebel tech for research and immediately grants 5 Rebel volunteers. If you do the radio transmitter research, increases the size of the Rebel volunteer group from 2 to 3. Keep on increasing it all the way to advanced broadcasting to get the volunteer group to be 4 to 5. Frequency booster. That will reduce the time between Rebel volunteer groups from 3 to 2 days. Frequency amplifier will increase the volunteer groups to 1 day. So that makes me think either you can have it every other game or mission rather, or every mission. That'd be pretty handy. That might help you decide, oh, should I go for the more challenging mission if you can bring on a Rebel group. Good Relations immediately grants 1, 2, 3 Rebel volunteers every time and any type of trade is executed with Rebel trade. Spoils of War increases the resupply bonus of stockpiled loot trait from 100 to 200%. Exalted Commander increases the duration of the Inspiring Command trait from 2 to 5 days. Propaganda Feed provides all platoons with 1, 2, and all the way up to +3 morale gain per day. Inevitable victory increases the platoon morale gain when you win a battle from 5 to 15. Fear override reduces the platoon's morale loss when a rebel unit is killed in action from 3 to 2. No surrender reduces the morale loss of all platoons when the battle is lost from 60 to 5. False justifications reduces the morale loss of the demoralizing trade trait from 15 to 5. Market manipulation 2 to 5%. Repair facility. Okay, training programs provides every rebel unit with more experience per day. That's good. Remote training increases start rank of new rebel volunteers. So this makes me think that even if your rebels die in 1 to 3 missions, you can have another rebel unit. So it's not the best, but if I'm able to defeat the game on hard difficulty without them, I believe I can handle it, with them as well. But there's a lot of rebel tech, because you're gonna want to spend technology and research on your other towers, right? This seems to be quite a bit. So you can go onto Steam and read these, but man, there's a lot. So basically it's just gonna increase armor and damage of all of your commanders here, all your rebel units rather. So the Sentinels, that's the big purple ship here that at first I thought was a new enemy that was going to provide a challenge, but actually it's a unit that we can have on our side. So the Sentinels are powerful but expensive individual units that can be unlocked and upgraded in the new Sentinels campaign screen. A single Sentinel unit, once unlocked, may be freely deployed at any mission as combat reinforcements alongside the Taur. If killed in battle, the Sentinel will be unavailable for deployment until its health has been fully restored. Alrighty. So Paladin, that's a heavy tank, the heavy gun turret by default. Okay. It looks like we can unlock certain tech, which can increase its health, increase its reload speed, its damage, how much health it recovers per day, how much of a shield regeneration, how much shield regeneration per second. Oh, okay, so the first one is first get shields and then how much generation per second. That's fair. How much capacity for the shields, beam turrets, reload speed, increases max ammo. Okay, does that mean it runs out of ammo? So far in the game, the turrets never really ran out of ammo. Interesting. Okay. Increases damage, increases missile turrets, accuracy, max ammo, and blast radius. Okay, so that's the tank version. The Avenger is a capital ship equipped with massive gun turrets. So you can do research some tech, increase its max health, increase how much health per day it heals, and get certain shell damage, certain reload speed, blast radius, how much bottom side beam turrets. Those must be those long laser items that we saw earlier. And then some other beam turrets, reload speed for turrets, max ammo for turrets, increased damage for turrets, bottom side gun turrets, top side gun turrets, increase the reload speed and increase accuracy, increase damage. Okay, all looks interesting. So yeah, this seems interesting enough for me to want to try out. Seems to be one other item here. I think it's trade. So the trade campaign screen allows for buying or selling resources with different trade groups. The trade groups will have their own supply of resources which is resupplied over time. Each trade group has a price modifier, which affects the cost of resources when buying and the value of resources when selling. Trade groups have their own traits, some of which may cause the price modifier to improve or to deteriorate following the campaign outcomes. Okay, so it's going to be more of a kind of a bonus when you do well and win multiple missions in a row, and then you're going to have a bit of a negative from these trade factions when you start losing missions. But I mean, when I was playing on hard, it took me like I had to play hard and then try it again to kind of understand which ways to go in terms of upgrading towers. But after that, I was pretty much winning every match. It's going to be interesting. But it looks like prices will improve so that you can maybe get more resources if you play the market correctly, which is great because now you have all that extra tech for the special unit rebels and the special Avenger capital ship. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Oh, yep. Added a new tech, spear throw. So this enables Guardian units to throw their spears, and those are the frontline units that we saw at the very beginning. There they are. So they're the ones with the spears and the shield. They keep a lot of enemies at bay. That is good that they also get a range attack. It deals 25 damage and it knocks down the infantry on hit. It can only be used once every 30 seconds, but it's definitely better than nothing. You're able to have about 60 of them. So if you can kind of help knock down some enemies while they're on their way, definitely helpful. New tech charge breaker. That allows the Guardian units to completely negate the damage and knockback or knockdown effect of incoming melee charge attack, while also throwing the attacker on the ground. Okay. This deals no damage to the attacker, can only be used against front-facing melee charge attacks, and can only be used once every 10 seconds. That's going to make them more sturdy so that units can't get past them. Definitely helpful there. And then now we have a lot of bug fixes and kind of like, what's the right word? Kind of rebalancing, if you will. So, not here. Added a structure, a unit overview count displayed by the build mode screen, delaying the current number of every structure and unit deployed. That's really helpful because you're only allowed to have, like, I think a total of 60 Guardians and 40 Rangers. And so you want to make sure that you kind of basically don't overdo it with the Guardians or Rangers. Fixed a bug where infantry units would move around with faster than normal speed after having charged into melee once. Okay. Fixed bug. Okay. I'm just going to go through these, any of them that seem interesting. Remodeled the Praetorian unit, remodeled the Guardian unit, remodeled the Ranger unit. Okay, yeah, so they all look a little different now. Reanimated the Berserker melee attack and melee charge animations. Okay. Animated one of the melee attack animations for Guardian units. Reanimated the bow attack animation for Ranger units and added 2 additional bow attack animations. Okay. Reworked the melee charge mode. Sure. Okay, so they increased the power reward from campaign mission. That's pretty handy because there were some times where I would just pick the most power reward just because I needed that yellow currency, the power currency the most, it seemed like. Increased stalker range damage from 20 to 35. Okay. Cooldown. Okay, so these both make it a bit more difficult to fight against them. Increases health. So these are all enemies, and so far they all look like buffs. Increase armor of brute units from 0 to 400. 200 to 35. Increase health from 2. Wow. Okay, so all these units seem to be getting buffs, and I wonder if it's because of the 3 new items basically given to the player to make things a bit easier. Increase the range of the Overlord anti-air turrets from 65 to 200. Reduced armor of Vanguard. Okay, so they kind of switched some of their items here. Okay. We'll have to play and find out. See how much of a difference this makes. I'm definitely going to do a playthrough once I'm done with my current campaign with another game. But let me know if this is something y'all would like to see. Please comment below. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Really helps the channel. As of recording of this video, I have about 41 subscribers, and so I really appreciate every new one. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.